Hi everyone. It's Tuesday, February 18th. My name is Lee McMahon. Thank you for watching. If you don't know me, I am a currency strategist over at globalfxclub.com. And I'm here today to talk to you about the Forex markets and a little bit of what we've seen today and what we can expect to see going through the second half of the week. So please take a moment to read over the risk disclaimer, which should be on your screen, and then we'll get started. Okay. So we're going to start with dollar CAD. Nice descending wedge here, possible bull flag pattern going on. Very much like this one to the upside, say around 109.60 or so, for a possible move up towards new highs. So this is definitely one to keep an eye on. If we look at some of the fibs here from when this really started to accelerate. All right, we're down just above that 50% fib, so 109.08 could be a possible buying level as well if we go that far. Other trades to look at, Euro Aussie. Aussie pairs were mean to people during the RBA monetary policy minutes. We saw it's this candle here. We're on a 4-hour chart. You can see a brief spike up, a huge spike lower, and then we've erased all of that downside and pushed higher. We broke out. Let me actually show you a little bit of a broader perspective first. All right, so we did. It's worth noting that that spike down, all right, cleared out a bunch of market participants, but stopped at that 6.8% fib. All right, so that's explaining the rally from there. And then, of course, you saw that we had a breakout on poor Australian employment numbers. All right, this is this candle here. That pushed us to a breakout. That line's a little rough. It goes a little bit higher. You get the general idea. And then after that RBA nonsense, we had another breakout. All right, so right now you can see that the pairs are actually really well kept by this 100 and 200 period EMAs. You can see here, all right, we had a rejection. Here, we tapped it twice and fell lower, and now here we're testing it again. So if we do manage to get above, say, 152.50 or so, we could really start to see some acceleration to the upside in Euro Aussie, as I would suspect we may see there's a decent number of stops kind of hovering above that area right now. So if we do manage to push above there, we could start to see this pair really start to move fairly quickly. Kiwi dollar, very technical, third test of that trend line. Brief pop over, depending exactly how you draw the trend line. Mine's not perfect, but you can see we did briefly pop over, but then we rolled over pretty enthusiastically. We're now entering support range. Major moving averages are kind of cruising right here. 82.70 is the 200 period here on the 4-hour chart, so watch that level. But we have started to see a little bit of a move lower in Kiwi. Aussie dollar has not quite yet been hit like Kiwi has. All right, you can see we did see again another nasty move up, followed by 2 strong candles lower. Kind of just messing around on top of this trend line, looking for another continuation move lower. Probably a breakdown below 90 needed to trigger some significant selling. Let's do the indices real quick. E-minis flagging here under their major resistance. That's one to definitely worth watching. The Dow is just kind of sloppy here. It's in the middle of nowhere. There's not a lot to do about it. And the NASDAQ continues to push on to new record highs. So we have a little bit of divergence here in equity markets. The other one that I like to keep an eye on is the Nikkei. The Nikkei again, okay, testing the bottom of this trend line and holding. But if we do see this trend line go, and really more specifically, if we see the 15,000 level breached, I would expect to see a fairly aggressive rally here on the Nikkei. All right, so right now, resistance is holding, but if that resistance fails, that could get dicey very quickly for anyone trying to be long the yen or short Japanese equities. Speaking of the yen, breakout here on the Bank of Japan doing nothing, last night. That's what that was, and now we're kind of just holding a flag after that breakout. So the dollar yen does look good for higher. This 200 period EMA here on the 4-hour chart capped it last time around, so we're going to need to again break that level before we can continue higher. Some of the other yen pairs, Aussie yen is a big one to keep an eye on. That 93 level held again. This is one to watch. I'm not looking to short it here at all. I'm tentatively bearish the Aussie, though more picking my spots on that. And if we do see a 4-hour close above 93 here on Aussie yen, I will get long. So that would probably be more of a yen move for me than anything else. But I still will do it. The major to euro dollar continues to squeeze higher because why not? Not really showing much in the way of RSI divergence. Still looks pretty decent if overstretched. Kind of an ugly pattern right now. Could use a little bit of something more coherent. All right, these ascending channels are obnoxious when they break to the upside because they don't offer you a lot in terms of, I don't know, support after it's broken. So kind of ugly there. And then pound. Pound is weaker today. I talked about the daily candle yesterday. That's a scary candle. Couldn't continue the break above this. The sentiment, I haven't seen sentiment on pound in about 36 hours. But the last time I saw it, it was 8-1. 8 bears for every bull on the retail market. So generally, while generally you want to fade retail, every once in a while extreme sentiment disparities do call major tops and bottoms, and 8-1 is an extreme sentiment disparity. So just be aware. All right, I would not necessarily recommend shorting pound dollar here. If you do, just put a stop above the highs and you're aiming for probably 165. But I'm just something to keep an eye on. The one pound short I do like is a euro pound long. All right, we showed some RSI divergence here. Okay, you can see RSI up. This made a new low. RSI did not confirm. We held the bottom of this wedge, and we held basically this double bottom on a closing basis, and we started to push higher here on the daily chart. So if we do continue to see a rally about 83.15 or so, is probably your first target. And then you can hold on and see if we break out. And if we do break out, it could very well be off to the races. 87.50 is a target that jumps to mind. So that's what I got for you today. I hope that's helpful. As always, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Please, by all means, feel free to find us on Twitter at Global FX Club, and then me at Duke0777. All right, thank you very much. Enjoy what's left of your day, and have good luck trading the second half of this week.